So what is an online business and why is it essential to growing your wealth? Well, an internet business can really be very simple. It's quite simply a vehicle for connecting customers with products and services. So over here, you've got customers with a need, searching for some kind of solution. And over here, we've got the product or service that's going to deliver that solution to them. So an internet business is really the connector in between, the vehicle for delivering those solutions to that customer base over there, okay? So it's just like an offline shop, but instead it's online virtual property. So it's online real estate as opposed to a physical shop in the high street. And quite simply, it is about connecting that traffic with their desired product or service. So why have an online business presence? Well, a number of reasons. Firstly, anyone can do it. You're not restricted by age, demographics, ability, income, because it's really very simple. As long as you've got a laptop or a computer and an internet connection, you're good to go. There's not a lot of investment required up front. The potential return on investment is absolutely phenomenal. And it's, it can be really very, very simple to set up and run. Done correctly, the internet provides an absolutely unique opportunity for massive success in business and wealth creation. So why, what are some other reasons why you should have an internet business? The overheads are low. If you think of a traditional offline shop, so let's take a coffee shop, for example, in the high street. In order to make money, that coffee shop needs to firstly sell coffee. It can only sell that one cup of coffee once to one customer. So in order to make money and sell to another customer, it needs to sell another cup of coffee. So it needs somebody to make that cup of coffee. It needs somebody to create or go and buy that coffee and store it in a warehouse, in the back of their shop, in order to deliver it day in, day out to their customers coming in. Okay, so that's non-leveraged. Now online, you can produce something once. So I could go out and I could record an interview with an expert. I could record it and I could turn it into an MP3, and then I could set up a website to sell a digital downloadable version of that interview to someone coming to my website. So once I've done the work once, the interview may take an hour, it might take me a couple of weeks to find someone to interview, to prepare for the interview, to do it. But once I've done that work once, I could sell that forevermore via the internet, okay? So this is why there's such potential high profit margins. It's a lot less hassle than offline business. You don't need someone there day in, day out selling the MP3 over and over again. You set up a system and it does it for you, okay? So but also if you've got an offline business, that's fine, but having an online presence will add a massively powerful new dimension to an existing offline business. You can reach a whole new audience. In my alkaline diet niche, for example, I've got customers and subscribers in all areas of the world, from Peru to Australia to a whole, I would say at least 40% of my customer base is in America and Australia, South Africa. So if you're just restricting yourself to the location you're in, even if you can reach a 50-mile radius or a 100-mile radius, you're still restricting yourself by that physical location. And if you're in a very small specialist niche, then the chances are that the people in your location who are going to be interested in your products and services are very few. Using my example again in alkaline diet, and I'm in Plymouth in Devon, there's hardly anyone here. There's no one I've come across so far who's actually been interested and found me via our physical location. It's all been online and people are interested all over the world. Okay, so you're reaching a whole new audience, opening up a massive new market to sell your goods and services in. You can engage and connect and build rapport with your client base and with your subscriber base, with your prospect base, because you're able to contact them on a more regular basis. You can email them, you can phone them, you can send them new blog posts. So you're able to have a lot more touches with your potential audience than in a physical one-to-one situation offline. Your customers and competitors are already online. You know, everybody is already on Facebook. People spend hours on YouTube and Twitter and searching things on Google. So the fact of the matter is that your audience is already on the internet. So you need to be as well. The final reason why we all need to have an online business presence is, and this is the biggest reason, is the leverage. So what does that mean, leverage? Well, leverage of your time, leverage of your money and resources, and leverage of your message. So you're able to reach a massive, a much bigger audience with your message and leverage these things. So in essence, that means that you can produce something once and sell it over and over again. So you're leveraging your time and resource there. You create systems that sell for you. So rather than you having to go out and generate business and speak one-to-one to people, you've got a system that sells it for you. For example, in my alkaline diet niche, I've recently created a product. It sells for $97. I wake up in the morning and I see I've made 2 sales overnight. The system, the online system sells it for me, okay? So that's the leverage. Which means, now this is the most powerful thing about online business, it means that you can break that chain between exchanging your time for money. Because that's one thing that we're all equal in. You can always make more money. The possibility for making huge amounts of money by anyone is always there, but we can never gain back our time. Everyone always has 24 hours every day. So it's about being smart with what you do. And it means that if you can produce something once and sell it over and over again without you having to be there, without having to, you know, physically fulfill each new thing yourself or with your staff, then that's leverage and it breaks that chain between time and money. And if you've read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know, he talks about creating derivatives of yourself rather than selling yourself. So instead of selling my time, I would sit down and maybe spend a longer period of time writing a book, but then that book I can sell to hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. So they're still receiving my knowledge and my insights, but it's in a more leveraged format. So this is the benefit. The benefit is that the return on investment in terms of time resources is potentially huge.